welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out the Fender Vintera Telecaster 50s Road War. Let's go! So welcome back. Today we're checking out this beautiful guitar, and I say it with pride because it's my guitar. I bought it with my own money, and after a couple of weeks I can tell you what I think about it and the whole story. So let's go for the specs. It's the classic 50s Telecaster. It's an older body, maple neck with a thick U shape, two vintage style hot taily pickups, vintage tuners, vintage scratch plate, classic taily controls with volume and tone and three-way switch, 725-inch radius, small vintage frets, 21 frets, classic taily bridge with 3 individual saddles made of brass, and it's finished in nitro lacquer, which is one of the reasons why I was drawn to this particular series of guitar. As you know, the Vintera 2 is already out, and still Fender doesn't have a new edition of the Road Worn series, which is I think one of the greatest series in guitars in the last couple of years, because you can have the nitro at human prices. The only issue is that if you don't like relic, it's gonna bother you because this guitar is relicked, and this is the only thing that was a bit, I don't know, I was a bit undecided on that specific reason, but I have to say the feeling is very nice. For example, the back of the neck is entirely worn, so it's very smooth. It's like it's satin, but it's really that there's not that much lacquer left. Yeah, it's very comfortable to play, very nice to hold in your hand, even when your hands get sweaty, and mine do, especially in this season. It's a really nice, comfortable neck, despite it being pretty thick. It's a U-shaped neck. I'll try to show you in video how thick it is, but it's really thick. So bear in mind that this is something that may make or break your relationship with the guitar. But I really enjoy it. It's the thickest neck that I have, even thicker than my Les Paul. But yeah, it's a really nice neck to play. Yeah. But now let's hear it, and then I'll give you my opinion on this. So, what do you think? I think it's a great sounding guitar. It looks very sharp. I wanted something that was really different from all the guitars that I have, so the most vintage guitar that I own, it's this, because my Strat is kind of modern. This one is the real deal, but yeah, it's a really nice guitar to play, to feel, to hold. It was really nice from the factory too. The setup was pretty on point, but I upgraded the strings from 9s to 10s because I prefer them, and yeah, it's night and day difference for me. All the Fenders, when you go to the 10s, they sound very nice with them. The tension becomes a little more on point for me. It may changes for you, but I really enjoy 10-46 on Fender scale length, so 25.5. And yeah, it's a keeper. I bought it sight unseen. It was one of the few new that you can find, because most of them are on the used market, because they belong to the old Vintera series. But I think they really depart from the Vintera non-road worn series, because those guitars tend to have a little of a different finishing touches than these road worn do. Despite being made in Mexico, it's really well done. I have to say it's not on the level of my Fender USA. That is a fact. And despite the prices of today guitars went up, so I bought my old USA for less than I paid for this one. New, of course. But yeah, the finishing on that guitar is really much better than this is. But this is still acceptable for what it is, for what is today's guitar market. The frets were a little scratchy, and that is my only issue with the whole road-worn thing. I get that the guitar should be worn in and should look and feel used, but the frets should be nice and shiny, brand new. That is something that I really don't like, and I have it fixed as soon as I got it to my guitar tech. But yeah, other than that, it's really much more abused than it looks in the pictures. When you see it in person, it's much more relict than it looks in the pictures. It's a bit much in some areas. I get this. This is where your arm rests, so I get it. It's okay. But there are a couple of things here and there that are a bit, I don't know, a bit artificial. Some I don't know. They could have been less violent on the relicking, but I get it. They have to differentiate this kind of guitar from the American ones, and so if they would be offering something that was like with nitro and all new, it will probably cannibalize the sales of their American vintage series. So I don't think they will be competing, but whatever, I don't know. Fender is a company, they need to sell guitar, and they will try to grab as much money from you as possible. My suggestion is try it. It's a really nice guitar for the price, and despite some of its flaws, and despite the relicking job that I kinda accepted at this point, it's a really nice guitar to play. It plays like a dream, despite the vintage neck and the action that can't be like as low as it is on my Fender and on all my other guitars. It's a dream to play. It has a nice sustain. Despite the neck width and how big it is, it's really comfortable to play. You can hug it and play chords like this. It's really nice to play, and this thing surprised me a lot, because I thought maybe the neck is too big, maybe it doesn't get along with me, but it does, and yeah, this thing is not gonna go away. But let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe if you want to support me, follow me on Instagram, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!